Well, good evening, everybody. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody's had a wonderful day. I am going live tonight just because I feel like I've been cheating the channel here. I have not created a video. I've done, some live stuff. I've also played in our usual Monday night game, but I missed Monday night's game because I had a refrigerator being delivered. So I had, you know how they give you the window, right? Like the cable guy used to be. They give you a window. It's like going to be between 4 and 8, and then it was like 5 to 9, and I was like, well, listen, I gotta be available for the refrigerator people. So to make up for that, I thought, well, I'll jump in here tonight and just kind of mess around. By the way, if you're brand new, if you come across this live stream, you will see that I do a lot of D&D stuff, some old school stuff. And so if you're interested in things like world building, character development, reviews, that kind of stuff, hey, hit the subscribe button. I think you like what you see here. Hello, Mark. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. Just kind of messing around tonight. And I thought I would do a few things. I'm just gonna show just a few I've been having science fiction on the brain lately, and so I thought I'd just kind of revisit that. I'm also, like I said earlier, I haven't made a video. I'm just not super motivated. Nothing has really, I don't know, nothing's gripped me to make a video about. So I'd rather just do whatever I'm gonna do live, and then maybe it'll spark something, maybe not. So we're going to talk about some science fiction tonight, and then I thought I would do roll up a character for Star Adventurer, and Star Adventurer is the RPG Pundit, his science fiction space opera type game. So we'll kind of look through that a little bit, and like I said, I'll do a character. And we'll go from there. But I thought I'd just kind of show. Now, I can't go through all the PDFs. I probably got too many PDFs to show. I'll save that for another one. But as far as my physical media that I have of science fiction stuff I do have Mothership. I have not done anything with Mothership yet. Well, Mark says hard sci-fi or sci-fi fantasy. Well, I think it's sci-fi fantasy for Star Adventure is sci-fi fantasy versus hard sci-fi, which would be more like, let's see, what is the TV show I'm thinking about that had a series? I can't remember it. Anyway, it's not hard. I don't believe it's a hard sci-fi. It's science. I wish I could get into more hard sci-fi, but my brain doesn't work that way. I enjoy sci-fi fantasy versus, more than the hard sci-fi. I could get into it. I guess I'd have to have the right GM for that, like to experience that, because I don't think I've ever experienced a hard sci-fi science fiction game. So I'd have to learn. I'd have to figure out, well, if I was going to run that, what would that look like? So I'd have to do that. But anyway, like I said, I have Mothership. I have yet to do anything, so I may go ahead and I may do a live one like I'm doing now, like I'll roll up a character, because I think when you roll up a character, you kind of find out basically the mechanics you're working with, you kind of get the vibe, you kind of get all that. Hello, Terry. Glad you could be here. I will show off just some of the things I have, what I do have. And what I think brought this on, if you're on social media at all, somebody had brought up a vibro knife. I think this is what sparked this. I think this is what got caught in my head. The vibro knife. And the vibro knife was this basically a chef's, it's a gimmicky thing, I guess, where the vibro knife actually vibrates and can cut faster and do all that other stuff. I don't know, think like the ninja knives or whatever. And I said, okay, so maybe that's why it stuck in my head. It started with the vibro knife. Let me see. I'm not going to bring it up. It's vibro. You know what I'm talking about. Google vibro knife chef. You'll find it. Which then reminded me of this bad boy. because my mind immediately goes, when you say Vibroknife, I immediately think Star Frontiers, which is the first science fiction role-playing game I ever played. I have yet to go back to it. I would like to go back to it someday. It even has all the little pieces in it, all that good stuff. So maybe one day I shall revisit that. And another thing I have not, I've never played this, is the Nighthawks, which is the expansion for Star Frontiers. The all about since I was on game and a new complete board game. So yeah, I've never played that. One day, right? It's always one day, guys. It's always one day. Then as far as the other physical media, well, I wouldn't call it. I'm looking at something else. I was going to call that, but it's not. And then the other one I have is Esper Genesis, which is a 5e put out by Alligator Alley. And I like this game. I ran this game for almost, I want to say 2 years. You can find this. You can always watch me running it on the channel. And if you're new to the channel, by the way, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. And you can get all this kind of good stuff. Also, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It tells me you like the video and you want more of them. But I enjoy Esper Genesis. And I think I've done a page through of it, so it's out there as well. You can check that out. But that's as far as the physical stuff I have. I know I have PDFs out the wazoo, probably. All right, so what's up, Mac? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to go now. I did a practice run, so I rolled up a. We're going to look at. Well, let me go ahead and bring this up. Let me go ahead and do this first, and then we'll. Let's see here. We'll go to this first. Let's see. All right, let's go to that. I'll just kind of show you the PDF here. Let's see. We'll go here. All right. Well, there's that. Let's go to that. Oops. Going back and forth now. All right. So this is the scoot that over a little bit, and then I'll just pop my little face in here. I need to get this right up here. I always forget to put the mic in front of me for some reason. Now the mic's in front of me. So for those that are going to complain that this is on me now, this was my fault. I did this. So we have the Star Adventurer, which is from the RPG Pundit, and we're going to kind of scroll through that and show a little bit of that as we go. And it's old school science fiction rules. I've done a read through, and like I said, I've already created one character to kind of get a feel for it, and then we'll look at some other things here. Let me show you the character page that we'll be working off of. This is the character page right here. That's a starship, and this is the actual Star Adventure character. Probably the only thing that is not on here that I would have liked maybe was probably the initiative. I mean, it's not a big deal. I just sort of wrote it in right here. But you know, we'll kind of go from there. And I'm going to randomly roll this up, so it's going to be what it's going to be. You know, we'll just we'll deal with it. But yeah, but that's what we were going to kind of do things. So let me go ahead and get back over to here real quick. And let's see, we'll go ahead and get to our other stuff. But that's the character sheet that I'll be working off of. And then I'm going to jump here. Let's see, I'm going to put myself, we'll go back to this. And then I'm going to add a camera, like here. So I'll be right over here. So yeah, you're going to see all my rolls. You're going to watch me doing the rolls. So I don't, I'm not cheating. I'm not going to. All right, let's see. Max says, 4 people watching, only 1 like. Come on, guys, we can do better. Hit that like button, please. Thank you, Mac. So anyway, let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and go with what we got here. So let's go ahead and start off with some your basic 6 attributes, which is strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. So let's go. We'll go ahead and roll 3d6. I'm going to roll it straight. I'm not doing 4d6 and take 1. I'll house rule that. But for tonight, I shall do it. You know what? I didn't really used to do 3d6 until I started playing with Tim and Joe the lawyer, and all that. I would do 4d6 minus 1, but I've adapted. So I'm going to do 3d6 for you guys because it's proper. It's proper to do it this way for this fashion. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look. What do we get here? Looks like a 10. All right. That's a little bit cocked, but that's okay. I'll go with that. So let's go write down a 10 for strength. I don't hate that number. I do not hate that number. Let's see. Let's see if we can muddle this up a little bit more. Let's go and roll a 10 there. Okay, so we'll say strength of 10. All right, second roll. All right, so dex of 11. All right. I don't hate that number. So far, so good. So far, I'm not in the minus column. Let's see. All right, so we'll go again. Oh, I rolled a 5. That's wrong. All right, sorry. I meant to do 3d6. Let's try it again. There it is. So big con. My con is a whopping 6. Okay. Then we're going to go for intelligence. Oh boy, and another 6. This is not gonna work out well for me at all, is it? Let's see. Then we're gonna go wisdom. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the mark of the beast. Okay, you just witnessed this, folks. This. Maybe I just need to say not today, Satan. Okay, you witnessed 3 6s in a row. Run. You should flee right now. Run away from me. Because this is not good. Nothing good can come of this. In fact, I hear the strange music from The Omen. What is going on? Wait, I got to check my neck. Do I have like a bumpy tattoo here? Okay, this is whatever. All right, let's go. A 9. Great. My charisma is a 9. All right. This is not going to be. All right. This is not great. So I'm just, I don't know what I am. We're going to random. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to roll with it. I'm not playing this character, so I don't have to, it doesn't have to be cool. I would probably, if this was me, I might go ahead and just trash it and start over. But for you nice people, I'm gonna go ahead and roll with it. Okay, so those are my scores. Like I say, I have a dex of 11. I got the con of 6, intelligence 6, wisdom 6, charisma 9. Oh boy, it's not good. It's not good. I can't win. Oh my goodness. Well, this is revenge, I guess, for last night because I wasn't in the game, so I have to take out all my bad rolling here. Hey, welcome in, Mac Thomas. Thanks for becoming a member. Yeah, it takes high as 3. Yeah. I see a career is yes. I hope that's an ability because I'm going to take that. Yes, Chthonic music. I am definitely yes. Just throw me in the vat. Just throw me in the vat. Yeah, it's fine. It's people. Just thinking of Charlton Heston. All right, so let's go ahead. Those are just for my rolls here, and now I'm going to go back just so you could see the rules. Maybe you've never seen it, but anybody here, are you familiar with Star Adventure? Have you ever seen the rules? Have you ever seen any of those things? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to jump back here now that I have destroyed myself. I have destroyed myself. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this up here because I will have it next to me here. Let's see. And we'll walk through the process here. All right. It's here somewhere. All right. Let's see here. Hang tight, everybody. I'm gonna get it. I promise. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that for the moment. Let's see, where is this? I'm looking for my PDF. Oh, there we go. That's why. Okay. That's why, because I was looking for the wrong thing. PGUN. There we go. Let's see if I can put that in my streamy stream. All right. There we go. All right, so here we go. Now we can see all the things. All the things are here. Let's make it nice and big so everybody can kind of see what I'm looking at. All right, so we have all these crap scores now that we can work with. And I'll put in all my little nastiness, which I'm going to get. You notice here the numbers are a little bit different. 6 to 8 is -1. So it's really not that terrible. I mean, I think the way it's -1 for that. 9, I get nothing. 11, I also get nothing. And 10, I get nothing. So across the board, I either have negatives or I have nothing. This is once we get. Well, I'm going to be like Fry. That's my character. I'm going to be Fry from Futurama. I'm just going to name him now. Your name is Fry. Unless somebody comes up with a better name here. All right, so let's look at races. What kind of race am I going to be here? I don't want to go back to the other thing, so I'm going to roll my dice here. And I don't have another camera to show those kind of things, so I'm not going to be fancy. I'm just going to roll the dice, and you're just going to have to trust me. Look, I've shown you already that. Just believe it. I'll roll the dice. I shall roll them well, I believe. So, okay. All right. Now, the weird thing is that in races, it says warrior as a race, which is fine. You could be races, class, or whatever, and maybe that's what it is, but it's also listed as a class. So, interesting. Let's see here. Let's see. Glad you're doing this, though. I've been considering buying Pundit sci-fi stuff. Well, this is right here. And he has, over on the Red Room, he has the Pundit Presents. And maybe I'll show off some of those side because he's building that world out. He's building that out. So he's got some good things over there. Yes, we're going to space tonight, Matt. I am already doomed. What is that? What is that one? What is that? I feel like now that I'm going to be in the movie where it's like very Cthulhu, terrible things are happening in space with, it's like Hellraiser in space. And I can't remember the name of the movie, but you guys can tell me. Let's go and get rid of that. All right. So let's go ahead and make that a little bit smaller. All right, let's enroll for a race. A 17. What do I have here? I am a methane breather. Oh my goodness. Okay. I am a methane, but that doesn't sound fun at all, does it? What planet would I be from? Jupiter? Yes. Yes, I am this is the game I'm playing. I'm with the 666. It's Event Horizon already. That's exactly where I'm at. I am in hell in space. All right, so as a methane breather, I'm going to get +1 wisdom. All right, so this is going to help me a little bit. It's going to help me a little bit. Okay, so now I have a whopping 7. All right, and I'm going to get a -1 constitution. Great, that puts me at a 5, which now then puts me at a -2. That's great. It's fantastic. I love being con -2. Then I'm also going to get, let's see. Yes, Pandemonium. Yep, Dead Space. Yep. Let's see, methane breather. So I'm going to get -1. I'm going to get +1 perception due to enhanced senses require breathing apparatus or cybernetics to survive in oxygen atmosphere, but can breathe methane atmosphere. Okay. All right. So I'll get +1 perception. Maybe I'm like, so I'll have a breathing apparatus. So my mind immediately goes to maybe I think of Road Warrior, because the guy's got, his breathing apparatus. So I'm thinking about that, but I'm also thinking about Hellboy, where it's the little spirit guy inside of the suit. So anyway, now I have a breathing apparatus. That's wonderful. It's like I have to wear a I probably should wear a mask at night, one of those deals. So maybe I have something like that. It keeps me from snoring. I don't know. All right, so we have that. So I'm a methane breather. I get all those things. Then I'm going to go over and where's my origins? Every character begins with a background origin reflecting the environment in which they were raised or initially trained. At the Game Master's option, a player can either choose an origin or roll randomly. Each origin provides 3 initial skills or combat bonuses. So let's go ahead and see what my origin is. A methane breather, a 6. Okay, I'm a drive tech. Okay, my origin is a drive tech. I don't know what that means, but let's find out. Drive tech. Maybe I'm doing Uber Eats. Maybe I'm probably a mechanic is probably what that is. My guess. So drive tech is, let's see, I get +1 for computers. Okay. +1 starship piloting. Okay. And I'm going to get, what else am I going to get? +2 to repairs. All right. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's me, a wrench turner right there. Yeah. All right. So those are my origins. Let's see what happens next. So classes. So you could just choose as all classes following the information by default. Use the following information by default. Hit points. Each class rolls a die to determine hit points. If points are reduced to 0 or a character suffers critical damage is applied to con. If con is reduced to below 3. Oh boy, okay. The character is incapacitated and must make a saving throw with, well, this is not going to be great because my con is 5. So I'm just dead like in the first 5 minutes of this game that I'm playing here. Yeah, intelligence was, well, it is now. Was no, my intelligence is my, second lowest. My lowest is my con at 5. Intelligence is now 6. So, all right. So, what am I going to be? Based on these things, there's certain qualifications. So, requirement, like my con has to be 9. So, I'm not going to be a brute. That is faux sure. Let's see. Let's go back to classes here. Armor class is 12 plus or minus Dex modifier for unarmored characters. Base combat bonus, this varies by class and may be divided into melee attacks, so forth and so on. Base saving throw, 16. Saving throw plus or minus modifier is used as the base difficulty. A DC for all saves, but characters could have specific bonuses by class or advancement for certain types of effects. All right. Yeah, no, not with that. Absolutely not. I'm low level, bro. This is me. I'm going to be struggling. Okay. All right. So brute's not going to work. Wisdom is a 9. I don't have that. Intelligence, can't have that. Those are 2 things. Charisma, 9 or above. Okay, I have that. Strength is 9 or above. Okay. So maybe then I am the psychic warrior. Okay. Psychic warrior. I feel like I am the kid with asthma now from, like, once again, my brain goes to movies. The kid with asthma who gets picked on in school, who has psychic powers, is now going to, take out his pain and suffering upon them. All right, so I get those base hit points. It's going to be 1d10 minus my modifier. So let me go and roll a 1d10. And then I will get a -2 to that. Let's hope for a 10. No, I can't do that because then I will have 0 hit points because I rolled a 2. My God. All right, 7, which means -2, I will have 5. I will have 5 hit points. This is very Shadow Darky, by the way. In this case, for me, it feels very Shadow Darky. Let's see. I will get, let's see. Base combat bonus is going to be +1. All right. Armor proficiency, light or medium. I may go for medium just because I'm such a weakling. I may have to be like the small, frail thing inside the huge armor thing, right? Let's see. Okay, so I can select one. So I can be a dark psychic or I can be a psychic knight. Okay, saving throws +1 versus mental effects and area effects. Okay. Saving throw. +1 versus, what did I say? Psychic, mental and area effects. Okay, versus mental area effects. All right. So then I'm going to choose. What do you think, chat? Dark Psychic, which is where I'm leaning, or Psychic Knight? Dark Psychic, it gets +2 melee attack, +1 lockpick, +1 stealth, +1 urban lore. The character can use a psychic laser sword, to deflect a ranged attack targeting him once per round. This requires a standard attack roll with a higher result than that of his assailant. The shot rebounds and strikes the assailant. If the attack was from an energy weapon, he surpasses the assailant's roll by 5 or more, and the roll also beats the assassin's AC. Okay, the character can also deflect every attack made against him for a full round, as described above. But this means that no other actions are possible. A cumulative penalty -2 is applied to every deflection attempt past the first. Okay. All right. So that's Dark Psychic. And then we have Psychic Knight. Yeah. 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 At Comet High. Yeah. But I'll read Psychic Ignite just to know what it is. Let's see. Bonuses for that special. The character can use a Psychic Laser Sword to deflect. Oh, well, it's kind of the same thing. Once per round. This requires. Oh no, once per round. This requires a standard attack roll with a higher result than that of his assailant. Character can also attack made against him for a full round. Okay, so it's very similar. It's just a matter of what you're getting bonuses in. You're getting +1 melee attack. You're getting +2 psychic laser sword attack, +1 military, and +1 stealth. I still think I'm going to go dark psychic though. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to put dark psychic here somewhere on my page. All right. Dark psychic. All right. All right, let's go ahead and move on then. So I've now created I'm a methane breather psychic warrior. Once again, I'm going to die very quickly, I believe. I have 5 hit points. All right, so let's go ahead and then go to there's technician. I'll show you the other ones here. Just sort of technician and warrior. I guess I could have been a warrior, but that would not have been. That would have been good. All right, so experience point advancement. So XP required, level, so forth. Brute, rogue, psychic, adept, mystic, psychic warrior. Okay. I get kind of a thing here. So let's see what, yeah, psychic warrior. All right. So I will roll on this as, do you get a character begins play at level 1 at the completion of each adventure or session is played designated. Every character who participated gains 1 XP. Gains 1 XP. Optionally, the game master may offer a bonus of 1 XP to a character for a truly impressive accomplishment or conduct a vote among players, including the game master, for best role playing of the evening to receive the bonus. I like that. That's just good DMing there. It's just good table management. Advancement at a higher level is as follows. Whenever a character goes up a level, he gains the indicated number of hit points for his class. Some of his special abilities may also be level-based, possibly increasing in effectiveness. Not a lot of bloat here, by the way. This is only about 34, 35 pages. So I like the fact that there's not a lot of bloat in this game. It just kind of just reads very linear, very straightforward. Okay. Let's see. Going on. Note the asterisk indicates that the game master can allow the character to learn a new skill if he feels appropriate. If a bonus applied to a specific saving throw, choose either movement restriction, area effects, reflexes, so forth and so on. Should a psychic character already possess all available psychic powers, any entry indicating a new one grants +1 bonus to an existing psychic power. All right, so I don't know. This is an effect. Choose. It didn't tell me. Did I miss it? Where it tells me where this effect comes into play? Okay, hold on. +1 versus mental. Oh, no, that's area effect. +1 versus. That's not right. Because this looks a little bit like what you do in Shadow Dark, where initially, based on race or class or whatever, you get to roll, at certain levels, like 1st, 3rd, 5th, so forth, the odd levels. Yeah, Mark, I'm there, buddy. I'm there at the Dark Psychic. Okay, Fry the Dark Psychic. Okay, so there's this Psychic Warrior 1d12. We'll reach that. Yeah, I think it's going to be... So let me just go roll it. I'll just say, look, for kicks and giggles here, I'm going to say that I'm going to get some sort of Psychic Warrior effect at level 1. A 7. So what do I get for a 7? Gain 1 new psychic power. All right, psychic power. I'll write that down. So I get a 1 psychic power. Let's see, psychic power. So I'm going to gain a psychic. That's pretty good. I'm going to get a psychic power out of it. All right, let's move along. Oh, it was only 40 pages. Okay, so skills. So most skills are fairly self-explanatory and should be treated as per general. The game master, the game master is arbiter whether or not the skill can apply, so forth and so on. I think we understand that. All skills, including actions based on bonuses from races and so forth. Going on. Okay, so DCs are 10, 15, 20, 25, right? Exceptionally high. All right, so characters making unopposed checks can choose to take a 10. All right, that's familiar. If multiple characters are attempting to perform a single task, okay, you can team up. All right, so where did I miss? I got to go back to see what I couldn't remember what skills. I guess the skills I have are computers, starships, and repair, so I don't have to do any of that. I've already gotten those based on my race and class. Yeah. Did I write it down, though? Let me go back real quick. I want to make sure I write these things down. Psychic Warrior. All right, so +2. Okay, so I did not write it down. So +1 lockpick. All right. I get +1 lockpick. I get the +2 melee. 4 die, +2 melee, +2. Then I also get +1 urban lore. Okay. All right. So I'm glad I did that because I would have forgotten. And +1 stealth, excuse me, as my skills. All right, I got that. Now I feel better. Feel equipped. So those are all the skills. Psychic powers. Let's see. Begin the game with 1 psychic power. Unlike, okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to, psychic powers are usually generated randomly through some other link to others. When giving new powers, one link to an existing power can be chosen. However, psychic powers begin at +0 instead of +1. A psychic can potentially gain new powers upon reaching a new level. Okay. Right, which is what I rolled. So for level 1, I'm going to go ahead and just roll that. So I'm going to say that I have 2 psychic powers because 1, I get a psychic power to start with, and then I'm going to get an extra psychic power because I rolled at first level, right? So let's go and just randomly roll this, right? We'll just do a d20. A 14. 14, what do I get here? Psychic Shroud. All right. Let's see. Psychic Shroud. And then we'll go look these up. And then the other one I'm going to get is a 15, which is Psychic Suggestion. Okay. All right. So, let's see what they do. Let's see. Psychic. There we go. Psychic Shroud. The psychic can make himself difficult to notice for 10 minutes plus 1 minute per level with a DC 15 check. Excuse me. Since it is not truly invisible, this power has no effect against robots or sensors as long as the psychic does not do anything to draw attention to himself, such as speaking, making noise, coming into physical contact with an individual, or attacking a living observer or lower level HD. You can see, okay, those of equal or greater level than the psychic can make a saving throw versus mental effect to detect him. Okay, those of equal or greater level. Okay, so I can hide. So basically, Psychic Shroud, I can hide myself from low level thugs and whatnot. And then I have the Psychic Suggestion. This power targets a single individual with a DC 15 check, implanting in them a brief suggestion. It can be no more than a regular sentence length. If successful, the target must make a saving throw versus mental effects. Versus suggestion. Failure means believing whatever the psychic suggested. If the suggestion puts the target in immediate moral peril, a second saving throw can be made. So I was watching a show, The Darkest Minds. I want to say. It was about mutants. It was just a typical kind of a mutant story and a post-apocalyptic mutant story. And they used the same thing that they used in X-Men, where they were, what's her name, tells the general to go walk, right? Just walk. And don't stop, ever. And so I was watching, I was remembering, like, well, you know, I guess you steal from the best. So psychic suggestion right there. Just keep walking. Go walk. Walk into that space lock. No, they get extra saving throws if I say that. All right, so I have those powers. Let's see what else I can do. We have Sixth Sense. All right, so technology. Simple armor, which is I can use medium armor, but we're gonna have to find. Oh, here's the. By the way, here's the Pundit presents number 3, number 19, number 55, and number 89 are all kind of connected to this. Plus, he has some newer ones out, so he's been expanding upon this. I think he's going to put a new book out, a new, I want to say setting, but maybe not. It's a setting, maybe. Okay, simple armor. All right, so let's get to, this will tell me all the things. So let's go plasma, ranged weapons. Okay, so simple armor. I'm going to have to buy some stuff here. Tell me what it can do. You have ion weapons. Ion weapons. Ion guns are very rare, specifically made for fighting robots. All right. Organic life hit by an ion weapon suffers no real damage, but must make a con-based save. Saving throws to avoid being stunned for 1d6 rounds. Okay. Robots are susceptible, however, as their internal circuitry fries with the indicated damage, unless unlike blasters, do not reroll maximum damage results. Ion weapons only fire single shots, holding 50 or 100 shots per energy clip. Okay. 50, 250, 500 range, and 3d6 damage. All right. Let's move on. Because I got to get some monies. Simple gadgets, jetpack, explosives. Equipping characters. Here we go. All right, so let's get some monies. So I'm going to need to buy some things. Start the player card with a random amount of cash, 2d6 times 1,000. So they can purchase items they want. Start selecting items, or maybe this is an option. Select starting items based on the player character's origins and class choices, including one of the two weapons, perhaps armor. I'm going to go with the first one. So I'm going to roll 2d6 and times it by 1,000. Okay. All right, a 6. A 4. See, 6s were bad before, 6s were good now. So 10. So I have 10,000 credits, according to what I get here, times 1,000 credits, so they can buy what I want. All right, so I'm going to buy. I am psychic. I don't think I saw anything about the armor interfering with psychic ability, so maybe I want to go heavy armor. Why not? I got the money. Let's go heavy armor. I'm also going to buy, let's see. I'm going to buy armor accessories. I want a jetpack. So I'm going to do jetpack. So I can get out of play. Jetpack, armor, accessories, number 3, I think. That's 1,200. All right, so 10,000. Heavy armor is going to be 900. All right, so get rid of that. That puts me at 9,100. And then minus 400. Minus 1,200. Let's see. 8. 8,900. Okay. All right. So I've got me heavy armor, a jetpack, armor accessory. Yes, I'm going to get a vibro Let's see. Psychic. Oh, we'll get the psychic laser sword, right? That's what I should get. Because I don't want to get the psychic laser sword. All right, and that's going to be 1,200. It says, oh, it's very rare items, yes, but I'm a very rare individual. So I think I deserve it after my terrible scores. I got the cash. They're out of there on the black market. We know this, right? We know that these psychic laser sword. I know I'm I know I'm only first level, but I got a wad of cash here I want to spend. All right. So how about this? Because it's black market, I will pay double. How about that? I'll pay double for it. 6,500. All right, so I got 6,500 left. We got the psychic laser sword. We got I got gadgets. I got this. What else do we have? We have I guess I don't know. I think this guy's not going to be very weapon heavy. He's going to like use the vibro sword. What else could he have? He's got gadgets. I see him as like a gadget guy. Panacea pills. I feel like I need some panacea pills. Let's go panacea pills. Let's see. We'll go med kit. Okay. I want an advanced comm link. Okay. All right. I think that'll be enough. I'm not gonna be. He's not gonna be like super warrior. He's a psychic warrior. He's gonna use his mind for these things. So I want some of those types of accessories, right? All right. So game master procedures. We'll kind of go through this real quick here. We have reaction rolls. You know, you get into a situation, and I like reaction rolls because you don't know how something is going to act, especially if it's brand new to you. If it's an alien, something like that. So you have extremely hostile, negative, neutral, undecided, favorable rolls. Do you guys use those? Do you like using reaction rolls? They're in the chat. Let me know what you think. Do you like those? Because I don't mind them because I think it adds another layer of what's going on to the scenario. Okay, so we have reaction rolls. We have morale. All non-player characters, servants, hirelings, etc., etc. This indicates the general courage and overall loyalty of that individual. Morale is generally used in two contexts, determining whether an individual group of beings flee from combat, and determining whether a servant or employee is obedient, trustworthy. Okay. So morale scores are expressed as a number value, usually between 2 and 12, with an average score being 7. And morale roll consists of rolling 2d6, with success being achieved if the result is equal to or less than the morale score. Failure means that morale has been broken as follows. Okay. All right. Max says, I use them when appropriate. Foreign land, 10 says red, fails charisma checks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All appropriate uses of the morale of the reaction check. All right, so 1 to 2 point indicates an attempt to make an ordered retreat. Thing is, though, I guess I don't know. I guess morale. Where did I miss? I guess your morale is based on your charisma. I think whether or not you're gonna hang around or not. Because it doesn't, I think I may have missed it, or it does not say. But once again, it probably does say. Is generally used. Okay, I'm going to say it's probably charisma. I don't see any other thing that would be. I think it's normally charisma. Anyway, all right, moving along. Combat. You have surprise attacks. Initiatives. It's 1d6 for initiatives. At the start of a regular combat, everyone involved, be it player character, non-player character, rolls 1d6 plus or minus dex modifiers and armor penalties for any other modifiers. Okay. Yeah, maybe wisdom. Yeah. Yep. Wisdom is wits. You're right. You're right. Probably wisdom. All right. Let's go to where. Oh, I gotta go back. I want to see what that heavy armor is real quick. Ranged weapon, melee weapons. So my heavy armor is going to be +6 to armor class, which I desperately need. Okay, so armor class is going to be a +6. Okay. Let's see. Melee weapons. So it doesn't have anything. It doesn't tell me what the other cool. Let's see. All right, psychic laser swords. These melee weapons can be used by non-psychics. Okay. They ignore all primitive armor and all light and medium tech armor without special reflective qualities. Psychic laser swords inflict 1d8 damage, but are very dangerous, as any non-psychic rolling a natural 1 to attack with one causes the user to suffer damage. Okay. That's what you get for being a non-psychic, like me. I mean, you get to be a non-psychic. I am the psychic. You are the non-psychic, so you deserve damage for trying to use my stuff. All right. Jetpack. So I'm going to get a armor accessory 3. Requires a heavy armor suit with armor harness. Flies at 150 feet per round. Okay, so I can jet for 150 feet. Per round. I like it. Antitoxins, the jetpacks. All right, I think that's it. Panacea pills give a week-long bonus of +4 to all saving throws. Okay. All right, moving right along then. Aim shots, visibility and cover. Grappling, which you always need good grappling rules. Disarming. Saving throws. Okay. Falling damage. So mine is a standard 16, and then you add plus or minus to those things. Many classical blows for saving throws made against a certain type of danger, such as +2 versus poison. Okay, all right. Grittier damage results. It's got a little grittier to it. So if you want to do serious injuries, characters struck by a critical hit, damage to con are required to make a saving throw. As above, in addition, consult the following table. After rolling 1d20, plus or minus attacker's charisma modifier. Also add the attacker's level if a brute, psychic warrior, or warrior. Damage is, you get all kinds of things. Head strikes, ear strike, eye strike, severed hand, severed limb, extreme head strike. Oh, here's Tim. Tim, hey, Paul, missed your X cards last night. Sci-fi. What do you think so far? I like it. I just rolled up a character. Like I said, it's streamlined, right? It's only 40 pages. This is only 40 pages. It's fairly streamlined. I'd have to run it to get a better, feel for it. But like I said, it strikes me as just a very, it's not, I wouldn't say it's rules light. I would say it's rules appropriate. So it's just right amount of rules and a little bit of crunchiness here or there, not a lot. Overall, I think it's a good rule set if you want to play OSR style science fiction. Okay, grittier damage. All right, so Starship Combat. There's pilot actions. The pilot of each ship involved in the combat rolls for initiative. Any crew actions performed on a given ship occurred during the pilot's initiative round. Pilots can choose to increase or decrease their speed by 1 point as a free action No check required. They can increase or decrease speed up to 2 points as a full round action. No check required. Alternatively, they can perform a special maneuver as a full round action, such as avoiding an enemy weapon's line of fire, slipping under the scanning plane of a targeting computer, or moving through or between into obstacles. These will almost always require a starship piloting roll, which I have a +1 in that, so that's good for me. Then you have navigating actions. Let's see, it's good. A successful maneuver also allows the pilot to decrease speed by one extra point. An opposed starship piloting roll can also be made as a full round action to actively dodge an attack. The roll must be equal to or greater than that of the attack roll. Each dodge attempt after the first round incurs a cumulative penalty of -1. That's fair. Okay, then you got navigation actions. You have ship stats. You have gunner actions. You have the armor class. You have the speed. You have the size of the ships. And I'm wondering too, I'm thinking that one of these RPG pundit files maybe has ships in them. You have maneuverability. I find sci-fi games have to spend a lot more space rules for travel because the options seem to open more. Yeah. Yeah, because you're in space, or you're fighting in space. But I guess, in other terms, I mean, you had to do a lot for, if you're fantasy, if you're fighting on dragons, or wyverns or whatever, if you're, there's a lot of that goes on in, in other games. But there are other factors. I mean, I guess you could add as much crunch as you want if you're going to talk about flight speed, if you're going to the wind is blowing. But to me, those are effects. Those are like, if you missed your rolls because an airstream came through. Let's say you're fighting with dragons or something like that, and the mist, then those become reasons maybe why you missed a roll or something like that, missed an attack roll or something. But you can do the same. Terry says, according to Pundit, he designed this to use in his own Star Wars game. Therefore, he didn't need the setting information, just the game mechanics. Right. Yep. I can see that. You just needed the rules. And I think, like I said, I think he's trying to build out upon that through other means and other RPG Pundit files. All right, let's see. Let's move on. So you have range, you have weapons, you have critical hits, hull damage, and so forth. You have the gun turret, and all that good stuff. All right, well, that brings us to the Starship, which Starship's giving you the things there: speed, size, maneuverability, armor class, hit points, type. Maybe I'll do that next time. Maybe I'll design a starship. And then we can take a look at that and maybe, do a battle of some kind. We'll see. Something like that. Let's see here. Get rid of that. All right. Well, not bad. I did that in an hour. Looked it over. Rolled up a character here. We have Fry, the methane, the methane breather, who's a drive tech, who is super armored up. He does not want to get hurt at all. So he's got jetpacks. So I think the way it turned, he's a psychic warrior. I got no complaints, really. I mean, still got 5 con, but I played Shadow Dark, right? So, it's not going to surprise me. It's not gonna affect me one way or another. I just got to play smart. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate you guys hanging out for a little while, being a part. Appreciate doing that. I'm going to drop, by the way, if anybody's interested in this, I will go ahead and drop the link for Star. Eventually, you can support the channel that way, by the way. if you choose to do so. Let's see here. Let's see where that link went to. I got it here somewhere. I got it here somewhere, guys. Don't leave yet. Don't leave with that. I'll put it in the show notes, by the way. And then you guys can find it there as well if you're interested in this. Oh boy. Nothing wants to work here tonight. It's probably because I have those 3 6s. Ah, here we go. And let's see. Oh, wrong number there. Ah, there we go. All right. So, like I said, if you want to support the channel, I'll put the link there and I'll put it in the show notes. Wherever they be. Here we go. Okay, so that is for that. Let's see. No, thank you. Well, you know, like I said, because I don't want to make video. I'm just not in a let's make a video mode. I'd rather just go live, be in community with you guys, and just share the stuff. Because I could have done this as a video, but man, it's just really. I want to say it's not boring to make the video because I like making the video, but I'd much rather do it in community. So it's a lot more fun and interactive, and it's fun for you guys, you know, to maybe chime in, which you do, and I appreciate. But yeah, so that's the link for the for the Space Traveler, Star Traveler. I hope you'll check it out. And but guys, thanks for joining. And it's around dinner time in my area, so I think I'm gonna go see what's for dinner. Other than that, guys, appreciate once again your time and your attention. And I will catch you guys in the next one. All right. You guys have a great evening, everybody. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Tells me you like the video and want more of them. And I'll see you guys next time. We'll talk to you guys later.